All right, welcome back. Well, it's the ninth day at 11 at the evening. I just came back from work and I'm so exhausted that, yeah, you could see me not even bother wearing a shirt. I'm basically naked from waist to my neck. Well, I just don't care. But what I set out to do, I will finish it. So, yeah, here is the ninth day of me practicing speaking. And let's begin, shall we? Today we have a topic pretty with a lot of questions. So I will just try to finish up 10 questions of this topic and then we will just move on to task number two. So let us begin. First question. Oh, so the topic is about hobby and leisure activity. So, first question. What do you do in your spare time? I actually just took up walking as a pastime of mine, and I think that so far I really enjoyed that leisure activity. How long have you been interested in this activity? If my memory serves me right, it was uh in the middle of June. Actually, my friend added me to an app which is called Step Up, which it counts your steps every single day. So I was put in basically a leadership leaderboard, and I find that I really enjoy the competitiveness of that Step Up app. So I just pick up walking as a conversion ever since. Do you do this alone or with other people? I prefer to practice my pastime alone on my own because I'm not really enjoy having company, especially when I'm focusing on something. For walking, I walk not just to have good health, to prevent heart diseases, but also to have time to contemplate and to think about other things that is going on in my life. So I would prefer to not having to talk. So yeah. How much time do you spend doing this activity? I'm pretty proud of the time I spent from 2 to 3 hours in a day, except for Sunday. I will take Sunday as a day where I pretty much do nothing. Where do you do it? Oh, um, I live in a really close proximity to my school. So every time I need to walk, I will just walk to the stadium that is located inside my school, where there are plenty of spaces to just take a stroll. Do you need any special equipment beside my walking shoes, which I figure is not that necessary if you just walk casually and you could just put on a slipper. So beside the shoes, you need nothing else. What is it about this particular activity that suits your personality? Well, the special thing about walking is that you don't need that much energy. You don't have to be a really you know energetic person, and you don't need much equipment, and you don't have to spend money on those equipment. So those are the two things that I really enjoy about strolling. Um, I consider myself a quite reserved person, and I love to spend time thinking and walking around, looking at your surroundings, at the nature beauty is a great way to do that. Yeah, and I don't have much money to afford you know, expensive gym equipments or to join in any club. So I can see that walking is perfectly suited for my personality. Why is it generally beneficial for people to have hobbies? Um, I can give you right off the bat two reasons. First one, you need to have yourself a reward because without that special thing that you look forward to do every single day, you will not have the adequate, um, um, you know, um, you don't have the adequate energy to finish your task. Like if you, for example, if you don't have a hobby that you look forward to do after you finish your work, then your day will just pass by pretty boring. You will just finish your work and then go home, take a rest, and then finish the work again in the next day. Which is quite boring, isn't it? And another thing is that having a hobby is really good for your social circle as well because if you have something that you or enjoy and you're passionate about, then you may find people with the same idea and the same hobby that be you may have a quite high chance to make friends with. So yeah, those are the two things that I think is crucial for us to have a hobby. Um, how do you benefit from yours? Well, walking is a type of cardio which you can already guess it's really good for your health. It helps with your, you know, your heart and your blood vessels. Because the heart has to work harder. It will strengthen that muscle and it will prevent me from having any heart diseases. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that walking gives me a time to really uh, think deeply and carefully about my schedule, about my my actions, and how I can organize my time and my task in a proper way. So basically, it's a time for me to really think about myself in a way that when I'm sitting alone and doing nothing, I will be easily distracted by phone. But when I'm walking, I do not. So yeah, I believe it's really important for me right now. Okay, you can see that my energy is not quite high, so there are some words that is kept repeated um, throughout my speaking session. Well, well, I have nothing to I can't find the word. I have nothing to testify. Yeah, there's nothing to testify. I am exhausted right now, so which means my brain will not function as good as when I'm not tired. So yeah, but I gotta do what I gotta do. There's no, beating around the bush for that. Okay, so let's move on to task two. Here we have childhood. Okay, describe something you enjoy doing as a child. So, like this. Okay, let's begin. Mm, Back in the day when I was, I don't know, when I was maybe from 8 to up until I graduated secondary school, I had one thing that I will always look forward to do whenever I'm finished at school, which is playing with my Legos and my DIY kit. So basically, you already know what a Legos is, so I will not explain it to you more. But a DIY kit is a box that you had to buy when you are in grade 3. It contains many small pieces, almost like a Lego, but instead of it joined, you can connect the pieces on its own. Here you have to use screw and you have to use nails in order to stick the pieces together to create certain cars or anything you would like to create. So basically, my hobby back in the day was to, you know, constructing different items and different toys. So instead of buying a robot, I will just, create a robot on my own using the Lego pieces that I bought maybe from years ago. And the reason why I enjoy it so much because I was not a talkative kid back in the day, and having something that you could use to express your idea, your passion, instead of voicing out, instead of talking, is one of my favorite things. Uh, yeah, because I don't like talking, you know, I could just take all the Lego pieces out and let my mind wander to wherever it wants. I might build a giant mech. I might create myself ski motorbikes. Anything, really, anything I want. And those robots that I built are still in my hometown, and I still keep it in a wardrobe. And every time I come back home, I would just look at it and reminiscing about the good old days because I'm not able to do that kind of hobby anymore. I don't have enough spaces to put all the Legos in, and as you know, those small details can easily get lost, and it's not easy for us to replenish those small parts. So I would just keep all my Legos back at home. Now I'm at Hanoi, which is pretty far away, so I don't have any time and no space to do those hobby at all. Well, and you have come to a time when you're just not bother doing that anymore. You spend so much time working. Yeah, as you can see, you spend so much time working and you get so exhausted and stressed that you cannot find any more energy to accomplish a task, even if that task is something that you once loved doing. So yeah. But either way, it's still my hobby in the past, and I will forever cherish it as a way that I build my childhood and make my past memorable. Yeah, no comments. I just too tired. Bye.